Welcome to Kitch at Home! Why is that coming up? Darn computer. Okay, welcome to Kitch at Home! And have a ghastly, ghoulish, garish, and gory Halloween. And when I say gory, I do mean pumpkins. Have we all carved our faces? On the gourds? I have. Me and my 15 siblings all made up different faces and carved out, like, double-sided pumpkins. So, let me remember my math here. That would make 8 pumpkins in all. And now we're just waiting for the fire marshal to show up. Oh, and we roasted the seeds. But enough about me. This episode is rather special, as you'll soon find out, for we at the Kitch at Home show have created an old-fashioned radio show to get into the Halloween spirit. And it is performed for you by the Ridiculous Players. Some of them are old guests and some have never been on the show before. They founded a union, by the way, called Spook Time. So we're excited! This play is called Murder in the Motel and takes place at Bates Motel. Last time we heard from Norman, he was helping us dress a turkey for Thanksgiving. I don't want to give away too much here, but this play also centers around food. My favorite. Thoroughly confused? Good. That's how we like our audience here, complacent yet thoroughly confused. I think that's a quote from one of our cast members. Here are the cast members, by the way. Charlie Chaplin as the detective and our narrator. Norman Bates and his mother as the motel owners. Not really a stretch there. They basically could stay in their pajamas. Mr. Bernard Black as the token Irishman. Young Dr. Frankenstein as Dr. Frankenstein's grandson, which actually is the same thing. Dr. Einstein as a plastic surgeon with a record, which, again, no stretch. Pee Wee Herman as a trick-or-treater, dressed as himself. I love that snappy suit. Jonathan Brewster as a man with a record, who bears a resemblance to Frankenstein's monster, and which, if you've ever seen him, you'll know what I'm talking about. So, well, without further ado, here they are in their first Spook Time production. The Ridiculous Players will now perform for you their version of Murder in the Motel. It was a dark and dismal night. Rain catapulted the windows, breaking a few. Thunder clapped and stomped its feet in the sky, demanding an audience with the weary keepers of Bates Motel. The most weary of these living beings was a tall, handsome young man of 23. Down, ladies. His name was Norman Bates. His mother, Norma, resided in a large Victorian-style house that sat on a hill just behind the motel. She barked orders to Norman from afar, instructing his every move and emotion. She surveyed all from her perch in the upstairs bedroom window, like a hawk watching its nest. Better make that old bat. As for the character of the motel itself, well, after resting ages miles from the main highway, or any decent place to eat for that matter, its rather sad and ironic motto now read, 12 rooms, 12 vacancies. But still, every night, around 8, or 9, or 9:30, a hopeful Norman Bates switched on the sign all the same. I would add a comma there. Wondering who may stop. When will they stop? And most importantly, will they stay? After seeing my crazy mother sitting by the window spying on everyone and making them uncomfortable, will I innocently show them to their rooms with a fake yet pleasant smile, as if to say, please don't leave me alone with her, she still insists on brushing my hair. As we were saying, it was a dark and dismal night. It was the night when a terrible scream would be heard, involving the intellects of 5 strangers who were just unlucky enough to knock on the foreboding door at Bates Motel. It was the night for a mystery story to be told. It was my dinner time. Yes, I was settling into a late supper when I was called at the station. I grabbed my hat, coat, and umbrella, got in my buggy, and rode down the winding highway to Bates Motel. Oh, it's not as exciting as all that. I had to stop for petrol at least 5 times. When I pulled up to the motel, it was nearly 10 at night, which gave me only 2 hours to figure out who had screamed and why. You see, there is no case, no crime, that cannot be solved before the stroke of midnight. I went up to the door, feeling a bit damp and chilled, even a bit frightened. Yes, I'm not too proud to admit I was scared. I rapped my fist on the door. Who is it? I recognized the voice. It was the very same one that I'd spoken with on the telephone 30 minutes before. Yes, traffic was a bear. This motel owner had reported a terrible scream and asked me to come over straight away. I mean right away. Get your mind out of the gutter. He sounded shaken. It's the detective. The door opened, and standing before me was Norman Bates. I'm so glad you're here. Come in. Would you like anything? Some milk or anything? I already have a mustache, thank you. I would, however, like to ask you a few questions. Of course. Let me take your coat. I'd like to keep it on if you don't mind. Pickpockets, you know. All right. Is it still raining? Yes, it's still raining. So, these questions. Why don't I take you to the parlor? It's just this way. No, I detest parlors. The kitchen will do. All right, it's the same way. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. I've never really had anything, strange happen here before. Yes, you sound positively certain. Would you like a seat? Oh, yes, excuse me. I've gone without my supper tonight. Are you sure you wouldn't like anything? There's some peach pie I made, fresh out of the oven. No, I'm quite well. So, hiya, matchstick. So, is this pie ready to eat or what? Detective, this is Mr. Bernard Black. He stays in room 11. And when did he arrive here? Oh, only 15 minutes ago. Don't talk about me like I'm not here. Don't take notes. Is that what you're doing? There's nothing to concern yourself with, Mr. Black. Bernard, you see, I'm only making a list of possible provokers. Someone capable of making someone else scream. Well, that's better. Just watch who you accuse there, Detective Eyebrows. Mr. Black has a rare sense of humor. He gives everybody pet names. Indeed. So rare, in fact, it's not even been discovered yet that it's funny. Hey, listen, Columbo. I arrived 15 minutes ago. I'm innocent. And as far as I was told, the scream happened at what? 9:25. You see, half an hour ago. Tell me, Bernard, who else have you given pet names to? Well, there's Google Eyes. He got here at, was 9 o'clock. Thank you. And what was his name? Google Eyes. He said he was a doctor. He had an unusual name. It's written in the ledger. Would you like me to go check? No. For now, I'll just put doctor. Don't do that. I was wrong. He arrived at 9:30. I checked him in and showed him to his room. It was 9:30. 9 o'clock? 9:30. Write it down. 9 o'clock. Listen, I am only trying to establish who was on the property when Mr. Bates heard the scream. Now, was it 9 o'clock or 9:30? 9 o'clock. Sock up. Mr. Black, you have nothing to worry about. Though I would try and keep that lying under control. All right, that's it, Eyebrows. Come on, you and me, let's go. Why are you in the kitchen anyhow? Is something wrong with your room? Yes, I should say so. You want to know what's wrong with my room? I would tell you what's wrong with my room. There is no booze. I'm going to look in the cellar. There's none there either. You dropped your flask. Oh. I'm sorry about Bernard. He won't bother us again. It's all right. But between you and I, Mr. Bates, that man has provoker written all over his tattered coat and whiskey-stained breath. So, I'd just like to clear up a few things. The doctor arrived at 9 o'clock and was checked into room 12. Bernard arrived at 9:45 and was checked into room 11. I arrived at 10 o'clock and am now sitting in your kitchen questioning the standard of people you let into your motel. Sounds right so far. But let's go back to 9:25. Where were you when you heard the scream? I was outside flipping the sign on in front of the motel, hoping to attract more customers. And boy, did you. What about this cellar of yours? What do you keep in it? Canned fruit. I bet you do. Is that important? Time will tell. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to take a look around your property, get a feel for the place. Oh, sure, I'll give you my umbrella. Don't bother, I brought my own. Ta. As I snooped about the grounds, I was unaware to the fact that in my absence yet another guest had arrived, and a very strange guest indeed. He was a scientist who had come seeking refuge from his busy work in his laboratory. I suppose the sign out front should now read 12 rooms, 9 vacancies. Not bad, Norman.